Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox 360 edition. I am NitePHX. Today I put together a compilation of, well, basically just me shooting stuff in the FV304, which is the Tier 6 British artillery. Hopefully you'll get an idea of what this thing is or isn't capable of doing. I think it'll probably be very helpful for you arty players, and probably just as helpful for those who don't play artillery but have a FV304 in the game shooting at you. Maybe give you guys an idea of what is or what isn't safe as far as cover goes.
Punched right through their armor.
Now the biggest thing I do not show you in any of these videos here is how much moving around you gotta do.
Enemy is hit.
You can see by my aim circle right there how narrow it was. That was the very edge of my gun's reach. And the gun has a 500-meter range. So on a lot of maps, if you want to hit something, you gotta move. But once you're in range, the reload time, that aim circle, look at how small that thing got. It's just crazy. And I'm pretty sure if I was in American artillery, that building would have blocked that shot. So far the British artillery definitely has a much higher trajectory than the American artillery does. Alright, so this gun does fire 4.5-inch high explosive ammo. Nowhere in the tank description, gun description, any type of information does it tell you that you only have a 500-meter range. So at first I really thought, how can you possibly play an artillery and only have a 500-meter range? I mean, that is borderline the spotting distance of some of the vehicles you may end up against. But I have to admit, the more I played it and I guess basically got used to it, I really don't mind the short range on it. It just works out fine. And relocating is not a big deal. I'm just going from memory here, but I want to say this artillery can do upwards of 60 kilometers an hour. So getting to where you want to go, it's pretty quick. And you just saw there, I finished a game and then I threw in like about 3 seconds of the scoring screen so that you guys could see what kind of silver I was making, what kind of XP I'm getting. For Tier 6, I think it makes pretty good amount of silver. It makes really good XP. So if you do get this and find you're not happy with it, it shouldn't take you too long to get through it. So yes, this does have a much higher arc than the American artillery, but buildings are still an issue, but not as big of an issue as they are to the American artillery. And the damage can be sporadic. Later on in this video, you'll see where I actually bounce off of a T-32. But it's not uncommon to put 450 damage on somebody by hitting them in the side. One of the biggest things I seem to have noticed was I seem to track a lot of vehicles. Whether it's the nature of the gun, I gotta tell you about this here, hold on. So I knew the arty was hiding back here. I'm gonna come back and get him. I hit that tree, I got stuck, it wouldn't let me turn, so I backed up a little bit. As soon as I started to back up, my artillery started to turn the wrong way. I'm sure you've all done that. Yeah, it pissed me off, but what can you do? I turned the wrong way, he turned around, and he took me out. Alright, here's that T-32. I think I do get penetration on the first shot. I think the subsequent one bounces on him.
That one didn't go through.
Yeah, that one didn't go through, which baffles me a bit. I'm shooting high explosive ammo. It's not really supposed to go through. I can only think I must have hit him in the turret. And the turret on the T-32 is so tough, even the high explosive did no damage to it either, so it told me it bounced. Anyway, all these tracking shots, I don't know if it's the nature of the shell and knocking tracks off or just the way I have a tendency to aim at these things, but I do get a lot of track damage and a lot of tracked vehicles. So it does make me wonder, maybe there is a little bit of splash damage on this if you don't hit the vehicle directly, hitting the ground near him, maybe it does do a little splash damage. It didn't seem like it at first, but it's possible. Yeah, so we do have that T-32 tracked. We take what should have been the finishing shot, and we didn't penetrate his armor again. Now, this is an example of taking a shot after the target has disappeared. And I did hit him there. You know, because the reload time and aim is so crazy fast on this, you can afford to do that. Now my T92 has, I believe it's a 40-45 second reload time. There's no way I would have taken that shot after he disappeared and he was moving. It just would have been a waste of a shell, the silver it costs to replace that shell, and a whole lot of time reloading and re-aiming. You know, that's something you just got to get a feeling for when somebody disappears. Was he moving? Did he look like he was going to start moving? Not that you could actually see if somebody's going to start moving. You just got to get a feel for that. And that's really going to determine whether or not you take that shot after he disappears. I'd say with an average player, you've got a 50-50 chance that he's still there. You know, another 50% he moved. You don't know. Now, obviously, if you knew you tracked him with the reload time of what I got here, 10 seconds, definitely take that shot.
He's gone. Find us another target.
And sometimes I think they just say screw it and give up and sit there and let you hit him. And I think this thing might do a pretty good amount of module damage. It would be interesting to have the perk that allows you to see what's damaged on a vehicle, but I probably won't end up playing it that much that I'll be able to build up an entire perk on it. Then again, who knows? It is a fun artillery piece to play. And I have to say, I do believe I've enjoyed playing the British artillery much more than I enjoyed the American artillery line. You know, I think in all tiers on the American artillery line, that they just do more damage. But the reloads are also longer, and that circle never gets as small as it does on this side. Okay, the map that all artillery players hate, it's not the only one, it's probably the most hated. Here's what the top of the hill looks like in Himmelsdorf to a British Tier 6 artillery. I can hit anything I want to up there. American artillery, I cannot hit the top of that hill. I can't even hit the downslope. I have to go, if there's anybody sitting all the way back at the end of the enemy's hill, I can maybe hit them, but never anybody on top of the hill.
Penetration.
So here we're going to go to work on a Tier 8 Carnivon. It's a heavy tank. I'm a Tier 6 artillery. And it's going to take me a while, but I'm going to dwindle this guy down to almost nothing. I know if I was him, I'd be sitting there, how does that guy keep hitting me? Where is he? But now, after playing a few British artillery pieces, that does explain some of the hits I've taken. So I'm doing, I don't know, 100, 150 at a time. You know, just enough to keep him honest, keep him from pushing up the hill. He did just take out our tank destroyer there.
We got him.
Looks like we do have two heavies moving in on him. It appears he's thinking better about standing up at the top of the hill.
We've hit them hard.
However, he can go as far down that hill as he wants, and I can still hit him. Now this just isn't a good place for any vehicle to really be. I guess he's trying to get above the guy that just got killed. You know, this just exposes you to everybody who's on the northwest side of the map.
Got him.
Yeah, and as I say, you can disappear, but you can't hide from my shell. Alright, so this KV-1S, he's just east of the guy we just killed. He's sitting up there thinking he's safe. We put one into his side, do some damage, critical hit. He disappeared moments later. We got a Churchill coming up. Take a shot, put one in the side of him. Not a lot of damage, but we tracked him. And with him tracked, I can reload and fire before he gets his tracks fixed. Put another 394 damage on him. And as is normal, my target disappeared. He's back. Take another shot.
Critical hit!
Another critical hit. I mean, I don't mind the critical hits as long as it seems to do something to them. I saw the little track symbol, but what did I actually do?
We nailed him bad.
And I like that too. I nailed him bad. I got, what, 86 damage on him. Bad enough, I guess. Alright, another target moving in a straight line at a predictable speed just before he disappears. I figure, okay, he's going to be here, pull the trigger, and he was. I believe my shot tracked him and then somebody finished him off. Alright, for a change of pace, somebody tracked the M6 and now I get to shoot the track target. And I should mention, obviously I've mentioned it plenty of times, you're aware of the 500 meter range. I have been spotted a lot, but I take that into consideration before I set up. It's basically, okay, I'm here, if I get spotted, I need a rock or a building to get behind real quick. And as I mentioned before, this thing is fast, so you can do that. Sixth Sense would be an excellent idea on this tank.
Nice shot.
So you have to move with your team if you're going to be able to hit anything. And anything you can do to alert you earlier when you're spotted is definitely going to benefit you. Do you ever get that feeling where you think maybe you just said too much? You know, like the entire Xbox 360 World of Tanks community is going to watch this video. I mean, there are only 52 World of Tank players on the Xbox, right? Yeah, that's a joke. Anyway. And they're going to learn my tactics, and the next time I get in artillery, I'm not going to be able to hit anybody. Anyway, yeah, here's another instance of just taking shot after shot, quickly, not quickly, dwindling down to health on a KV-1. You know, it's pretty obvious the tough tanks in a game, they're tough for artillery too, at least at this level. Now this is one of those examples, what I would give to have the splash damage of my T-92 with that little cluster right there. I mean, obviously if I had a T-92 and they were tier 6s, I'd kill them all in one shot. Even if they were tier 8s, 9s, 10s, I could probably kill one and severely damage the other two. So, being what it is, me in a tier 6, I will just continue to shoot until I can't shoot anymore.
We got him.
Another 99 damage on a KV-1S. Some type of module, looked like it may have been the tracks.
We finished him off.
And that M6, he was just sitting there for the longest time, so I figured I might as well take a shot at him, and did manage to finish him off. You can see by the rate of fire, the amount of damage that each shell does, you can understand why you get like 70 shells in this thing. So that was rather impressive for hitting a KV-1S, although it was in the side, 179 damage. He thinks he's safe behind the hill there. 388, set him on fire and take him out of the game. I obviously hit something good, something real good. Okay, if you've stuck with me this long, this is where this game is going to end. An artillery player's nemesis is ELC AMX. I know I'm going to die, but I'm going down with a fight, let me tell you. I hit him, tracked him, did some damage on him. Yeah, I don't know if he knows I can do like 60 kilometers. I can go probably as fast as him. I am certainly not as maneuverable, and obviously I don't have a turret. He is going to try and ram me. I am not going to let that happen. So now we're pretty much just playing. He did take a shot. It did not kill me. Almost. He really wants the ram kill. I knew he was going to try and do that, so I was just trying to keep ahead of him. When he hit me, I saw he took damage. I did not, so I figured, fine, I'm just going to back into one, and I'll see if I can't kill him by ramming him. Then the Hellcat came up and spoiled all our fun. Oh well. Alright, so that is it for the FV304 British Tier 6 Artillery, and the end of the video. If you liked it, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button below. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so. You'll get notifications of when I post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.